Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your good old boy JR coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. I got my buddy here, Brandon, as always, from Houston, Texas. Brandon, how you doing today, my man?
Doing good. How about you, man?
I'm okay. I'm doing good. We apologize for yesterday not having a show, but stuff came up and we couldn't do it. But we are back today and we're going to pick up right where we left off. It is now time for the New Orleans Saints to make their decision. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about the team that did have the pick but traded it. This pick it's been tossed around so many times, man. It was the Colts, then belonged to the Eagles, and the Eagles traded with the Saints. It's just, So the Saints own it. It's just originally it was the Colts because of the whole Carson Wentz. Like, hey, if he did this, he did this. Philadelphia gets our first rounder. And you know what? It's just, when it comes to the Eagles right now, I don't know what pick they have. By the end of this episode, this pick can be traded again for all I know. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But we begin. We begin with the Indianapolis Colts, a team that so many thrown the Tennessee Titans. That's so many that last year they said, you know what? If maybe we just have a younger quarterback, maybe, we'll be more effective. Did not turn out to be the case, and here we go. We'll get right into it. So, after a season of peaks, valleys, and everything in between, the Indianapolis Colts finished. Remember, this is the same team that Phillip Rivers had last year. And remind me, they went 11-5. These guys finished 9-8 with a Carson Wentz-led team. But all for naught, they had the ninth best offense and the ninth best defense. Perfectly well balanced. Brandon, let's just get that out of the way, man. Why didn't it work? Why did the Carson Wentz experiment did not work in Indianapolis?
Is that a real question? That's a real question.
I mean, the people want to know, and I got to ask. So, yeah, that's a real question, my man.
It didn't work because Carson Wentz doesn't work. If that makes any sense. Carson Wentz doesn't work.
Go ahead. Explain yourself. Explain yourself.
Carson Wentz doesn't work. Listen, this man has had all the chances in the world, and I get it. When you're the second overall pick in a draft, people are going to give you extra chances to maybe see what you got because your talent is somewhat worthy of being a second round pick. But maybe we have overestimated what Carson Wentz really was. Maybe overhyped his talent just a little bit. The year that everybody remembers when he was playing at an all-time MVP level, that team still went to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. They beat Tom Brady and Bill Belichick in a shootout with Nick Foles. And Nick Foles, we all know, ain't a damn starting quarterback in the NFL. So for that team, and by the way, he got injured the year after that, and Nick Foles got them into the playoffs. By that same year, they were struggling the entire season with Carson Wentz. They didn't even know, should we start Nick Foles? Should we not? Because Carson Wentz was that damn bad. Maybe, just maybe, we overhyped his talent just a little bit. Maybe. I mean, last year, you literally have a 2,000-yard rusher in your backfield. Easily. Was possibly could have been an MVP. Let's be real. Jonathan Taylor could have been MVP last year. He should have probably been MVP last year. And all you had to do was not screw up. That's it. That was the easiest game plan of all. Carson Wentz, when we need you to throw the ball, can you just throw the ball? That's it. We don't need extra. We just need you to throw the ball. And you said it. Deep throw on the Tennessee Titans. I remember a game where they were literally up, 14, like 10 points or something like that on Tennessee at home. Carson Wentz throws an interception at like the 1 yard line and loses the game. By the way, that's the game Derrick Henry gets injured. So we have to just put this into perspective. Like just the fact that Derrick Henry gets injured in that game, and the fact that Carson Wentz throws a pick at the goal line when you're at your own goal, like you're literally in the back of your goal, and you throw the ball, it's intercepted, it's probably a touchdown, game over. You still did it, and game was over. What an O-line that you just said was the offense was totally ranked ninth offensively. That was mainly because of Jonathan Taylor. Let's be real for a second. That was because of Jonathan Taylor. Because Carson Wentz sucked. And I understand that the Colts were just so desperate to do something, but we shall see because he's going to Washington. And if this happens for a third consecutive year, I don't want to hear no more about Carson Wentz being a quarterback. I'm going to start looking at him like Baker Mayfield, where it's like, there's talent there, kind of, but every single thing has to go right. Baker Mayfield, Kirk Cousins, Ryan Tannehill. Like, everything has to go right for that quarterback to even succeed.
Okay, yeah.
You said you wanted the answer. I told you the answer. Why it was Carson Wentz.
For me, yes, Carson Wentz, had the golden egg. He had a golden opportunity. Go to a team that was, and let's be rightfully fair here, a team that had a lot of promise. They did. I mean, we're talking, dethroning the Titans, maybe beating the Chiefs, maybe Super Bowl hopefuls, in a sense. For some analysts, that was the goal. I'm going to start going from here. And, we're going to get into it here. Yes, Carson Wentz deserves a lot of the blame. But I'm going to look at another area that needs to look at a lot of blame. Because here's the thing about it, and this is what I'm getting sick and tired of it. This man does not deserve credit to be a top general manager in the NFL.
Ooh.
He doesn't deserve that title.
Uh-oh.
This organization, these Football Morning in America columnists, Ryan, Chris Ballard, wow. Michael Pittman, Darius Leonard, Jonathan Taylor, wow. You know who's had the same amount of Pro Bowls? And he's actually fired? Mike Mayock. The same amount of players drafted that played in the Pro Bowl, by the way. Why is he all the love? Why is he getting all the love? For who? For what? What has he done other than waste the years of a young offensive line? Waste the years of a great defense that's very hard to form, and yet can't do it. Can't pull it together. Because first of all, you didn't want to pay the money to protect Andrew Luck. So Andrew Luck forcefully retired because of that. But yet at the time, fans were booing Andrew Luck because of that. They were booing him. Then all of a sudden you got the cap space. Well, let's start building an offensive line now that we can get these guys for cheap. And how does that work out for you? I can't imagine being a top general manager and this is going to be your seventh quarterback, your sixth quarterback in 6 years. Darius Leonard has had a new starting quarterback week 1 since he's come into the league. Scott Tolzien, whatever his fucking name was. Jacoby Brissett. Phillip Rivers. Carson Wentz. Now this year, You traded for the Carson Wentz of the NFC South, who can't even move. I'm tired of this, man. I'm tired of Chris Ballard getting a pass every single year because he drafted Darius Leonard. He drafted Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, you can always, you know, a squirrel can always find a nut in the dark. You're lucky. Yeah, you're lucky. You got probably the best running back and the best linebacker in the game. No, that's great. It's great. But you can't. You're telling me that you want me to respect you as a general manager because you got John Elway-initis? Can't find a damn quarterback to save your life? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at it at a different perspective for the Indianapolis Colts. If anybody's going to be mad at the Indianapolis Colts, it's the teams upstairs. It's Jim Irsay. It's Chris Ballard. It's Frank Wright. Hey, man, you were the one that supposedly came into this meeting and told me you're the one that were calling the shots in Philadelphia. And then in your first year, Doug Peterson gets into the playoffs and you miss it. So no, I'm looking at it from a different perspective. Yeah, I get it. Carson Wentz sucked and everything, and Carson Wentz. But I'm looking at it from another perspective. Chris Ballard doesn't deserve to be in the mouths, to be in discussions for top general manager in the NFL. If it were up to me, I put him in the John Elway class. You can draft everything else, but you can't pick quarterback. And why? You're the ultimate gap bridge quarterback. You had Andrew Luck and you said you can't afford anything. Can't get you an offensive line. Give me a break. If it were up to me, I don't know why Jim Irsay is waiting. I would have fired his ass 3 seasons ago after the whole Phillip Rivers thing. Signing Phillip Rivers. I should have fired his ass right there. Because that shows me I can't trust this man to help me pick my franchise quarterback. He has to rely on veterans who are almost out the freaking door. Look at the names I just told you. If Carson Wentz fails in Washington, it's over. It's over. He'll be out of the league. Jacoby Brissett is now a third-string quarterback. Phillip Rivers is retired. And who gets the last laugh? Andrew Luck. Because if you put Andrew Luck in this team, if I'm Chris Ballard, I go to Andrew Luck's house and I say, please, for the love of God, come back. Because you need him. You're wasting the youth of this offensive line. You're wasting the youth of this defense. And I hate to say it, that Super Bowl window that Colts fans were begging for and hoping for, the Chiefs still have a window. The Chargers have a window. I'm even going out there and say it. The Philadelphia Eagles have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl than the Indianapolis Colts. Because Chris Ballard can't figure it out because he wouldn't want to give Andrew Luck a shot. So there you go. There's my reasoning why the Indianapolis Colts fail every single year.
Can I rebuttal?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're right. Have no rebuttal. You're right. I'm with you. I think Chris Ballard is just as to blame as Carson Wentz, probably more, because you're the one that thought Carson Wentz would actually fit the damn team. And we should not just Chris Ballard, but Jim Irsay. Like, dude, I get it. Your pops probably could never build a coach team. You got gifted Peyton Manning. Then you got gifted Andrew Luck. And it's just like, ever since then, you've been trying to pretty much be the Denver Broncos of the AFC South, but it's never worked. Now, you guys should have probably just went all in for Aaron Rodgers if that was the case. Russell Wilson, that was the case.
how long have you and how long have you known me, Brandon? How long have you known me now
Yeah,
personally? Almost a year?
yeah.
Roughly about a year? What's the first thing I always told you? What's the first thing I tell you? I don't feel bad for a lot of fan bases. Like I feel bad for some fan
Yeah.
bases, but I will never feel sorry for the Green Bay Packers,
The
for the
Colts.
fan base of the Green Bay Packers and the Colts.
Yeah.
In my lifetime, you had for Green Bay, you had Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. Now for Indianapolis, still don't feel sorry for you because you
Ain't
had
in the
Peyton
slightest.
Manning and Andrew Luck gifted to you. You Colts fans, you deserve this because you took everything for granted because you said we trust Chris Ballard. There's a man that needs to get let go.
Yeah, I'm with you on this. I think, yeah, like I get it, but because you drafted everything else really well, like you just said with John Elway, just because you could draft everything else, you still need the one key missing goddamn piece, and it's clearly a damn quarterback. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dan Campbell said something today. He was like, "You don't need an elite quarterback to get to the Super Bowl or something like that." And I was like, maybe, but you need a damn show decent one. You need something. You need pretty damn decent because you're gonna need them to throw the damn ball
Yeah.
down the field eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, it's gonna be times where they're gonna crowd the box. They're gonna crowd the box. But you got a punter back there throwing a damn football? No, you're gonna have somebody. You're gonna need somebody. So yeah, I don't listen.
Here's the
Like
thing
you said,
about
I
the
don't
Colts.
feel bad for the coach. I don't feel bad for the coach because the coach got a winning team. That's how crazy this is. They have a good team, period. The fact of the matter is you can't find a
Here's the
quarterback
thing.
is just like, yeah, like you just said, you kind of like
Here was the
ruined
thing.
your own damn
Here's
luck.
where I fell into it. Here's where I fell into it. I could name you a lot of quarterbacks that could probably take that team, and they could probably make the playoffs. That didn't make the playoffs. Like the thing about the Colts is this: they think if they get the veteran quarterback, it's going to work. No, no. Like, like this is the definition of insanity. You bring in the veteran quarterback again, and you think you're going to get different results this time? No, no. Only one quarterback has worked, and that was Philip Rivers, and he didn't even have that successful of a year.
Like I just said, they're trying to be Denver. The problem is people actually want to go to Denver. Now, I don't know why, but people go to Denver. The
It's actually not
Colts
that bad.
get,
Trust me. Trust me when I tell you
yeah,
this. As a
yeah.
Raider fan
Like, the
visiting
Colts get,
Denver, it's actually not.
yeah,
Eh,
the Colts get leftovers. Like the Colts get like maybe the second, third best quarterback on the market that
yeah.
everybody
Oh,
like.
yeah.
I
No,
guess
I
you could
get it.
plug in. I guess you could plug him in and do something with him. But it's like you get the third, fourth best quarterback on the market. Like the fact that you didn't try to go pursue and get Aaron Rodgers is ridiculous to me. Or Russell Wilson. Like the fact that you didn't try to go
Yeah,
get
no, I
neither
get it.
one of them, but you got Matt
I
Ryan.
get it.
It's like, dude, you gotta be
Yeah.
kidding me.
And that's and and I think that's where it brings up. But before we do get to their new, let's talk about their season. The thing about their season is this, and it's only going to be remembered as one word: failure. You
I
had
thought you
to
about to say. I thought you were gonna say Taylor, but okay, failure that works.
no, failure. Failure. Because
Yeah.
Jerry Mercy said it best. No disrespect to Jacksonville, but that was the worst team, and we can't beat them. Of course you can't. Because you don't have that killer instinct. Here's the thing. I'm tired of these experts putting the Colts as a dominant team of the AFC. They're the elite. They're a part of the elite. They're going to be part of the elite conversation. No, 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 they're not. No, they're not. Enough. We got to stop putting the Colts on the highest of all pedestals. They're competitive. They're a competitive team. They're not elite. They'll look good one week and then they'll look terrible the last. The Indianapolis Colts are exactly who we know they are. They're a perfectly balanced team with no killer instinct. And here's the thing about it. You look at their free agency. Well, you look at their draft class. And this is what I'm saying. This is the draft class that the almighty Chris Ballard put together. 21st pick, Kwity Paye, the defensive end out of Michigan. Not bad. 32 tackles, 4 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 pass deflection. Second round pick, Dayo Origimbo, the defensive end out of Vanderbilt. 6 tackles, 1 sack, forced fumble. Then you had to wait until the 4th round. Kalen Granson, the tight end. He's your backup now. 11 receptions, 110 yards. He's a possession guy. 10 yards. It's all good. Sean Davis, your safety out of Florida. He didn't even make the team. He's now in Green Bay. Sam Ehlinger, the quarterback out of Texas, is now your backup. Mike Strachan, your wide receiver out of Charleston, West Virginia. 2 receptions for 26 yards. And Will Fries, the offensive tackle out of Penn State for your last 7th rounder. He is now your backup right guard. And what do? When you have it so perfectly balanced, what do? This is what the masterful Chris Ballard does. He trades for Yannick Ngakoue because he needs a pass rusher. Okay, that's fine. Well, that sucks because at that time when we got Chandler Jones, I'm thinking, oh crap, we're gonna have all 3. Oh, this is gonna be sweet. Then we heard, oh, we traded him. Well, I'm sure. In my head, I'm gonna be honest with you. In my head, I thought we traded the Indianapolis Colts for maybe like a 4th and a 5th. And I'm like, all right, well, that's what Minnesota got for him. That's what Baltimore got for him. So there's no way we get anything better than that. What does he do? He trades the man that was the 5th best. Remember, number 5. He was the 5th best in man coverage. Rock Ya-Sin. Oh, I know you were expecting me to be like, I say more, but no, that was it. It was for a good pass rusher for one of the best man cover corners in the NFL to the Raiders, player for player. I loved it. I loved it.
Of course you did.
I don't have to worry about a starting corner anymore. I got him on my roster on his rookie contract still. They have to eat the contract of Yannick Ngakoue, which, by the way, we paid a pretty freaking penny for him. And they only got him for 1 year because it was only a 2-year deal. And Rock Ya-Sin, we still can have him for 3 more. 3 more. And then they traded for Matt Ryan. I don't even have to explain myself. If this is the best general manager in the NFL, then please sign me up. Where do I sign up to where I can turn in an application today? You traded your best corner on the team. And you traded for a quarterback that's probably 1 hit away to go to his first AARP meeting.
God damn.
Cool, Chris Ballard. Cool.
Damn, Juan. Just wrong.
So all in all, what am I saying here about the Colts? So what am I saying here about the Indianapolis Colts? This is what I'm saying about the Indianapolis Colts. Chris Ballard might be regarded as a hero in Indianapolis because he brought some relevancy.
Oh, wow.
But the Indianapolis Colts I know were winners. They used to contend for the AFC Championship. They used to contend to go to
Yeah.
the Super Bowl. They had Super Bowl aspirations every single year.
Yeah.
This is what they become. This is not the Indianapolis Colts I grew up with. I remember growing up, I said to myself, Indianapolis, that was going to be the tough team on the schedule. And I knew we were going to get our asses handed to at that time. Now I look at them, cool, 50-50. We could probably get them. We could probably lose. It is what it is because that's what they are. They're a balanced team. So for Indy fans, the only thing I can say to you is this. You got to hope for another shitty draft class. Not because they'll have another terrible season, but to maybe after 6 years and you're still calling him the best general manager and he has the same amount of playoff wins as some of these other general managers that got fired, you might want to start reconsidering listening or reconsider who you might want to start listening to. That's all I got. That's all I got for the Indianapolis Colts, man. It's just it kills me to see them like this because I know their fan base and they're very proud of the Indianapolis Colts and they love their Colts and everything. But it's like I said the same thing to them that I told Patriots fans 2 years ago. Oh, you lost Peyton Manning. Oh, you lost Andrew Luck. Oh, you lost Tom Brady. Oh, welcome to the NFL, dude. Oh, did you expect me to feel sorry for you that you don't have a franchise quarterback? Oh, nah, sorry, dude. Welcome to the NFL. Anyway, go ahead, Brandon. I'll get you your last shot in, and then we'll make the pick for the New Orleans Saints here.
Oh my God. You said a lot. Uh, you said a lot. Listen, I'm trying to still figure out why people are saying that if the Colts don't get to the playoffs or make some noise in this season, that Frank Wright is the one that's getting fired. Like, what the hell? Like, I get it, I understand it, but it's kind of like, dude, you're gonna fire the head coach when the general manager is giving this man 6 straight quarterbacks, and all these 6 straight quarterbacks look like old guys with no mobility, with no ability to actually. And by the way, the accuracy is actually getting worse. It's not getting better; it's getting worse. So I get it if you're trying to say Chris Ballard is, but you're gonna fire the head coach. I always thought a head coach gets fired with the general manager. That's what I always thought. I always thought the head coach get fired with the general manager, but they keep the general manager over the head coach, which makes me think, what sense does that make? Listen, until they find a good quarterback, this team is going to be just like the Minnesota Vikings. Good on paper, but once you put them on the field, they have their deficiencies. Their deficiencies. They're going to have problems. They're going to always have a problem trying to win games that are going to be meaningful. If they play Tennessee and they can't stop the run, well, you about to have a very bad game because Derrick Henry is a coming. Ngakwe is a good pass rusher, but I don't think you need pass rushing. I think you needed a goddamn run stopper. It made no sense to get a pass rusher and be a run stopper. Now I don't know if you're gonna draft a run stopper. There's a lot of great players in this draft, but you don't have a first round pick, I don't think. So it's gonna be hard to kind of like catch a really good defensive tackle that maybe
I
doesn't
think they can
have.
get one. I think if defensive tackle is the way they want to go, I think they can get one. I think they can get, maybe a DeVar McNeil should he fall,
But
a Ferratis from Alabama, the kid from Oklahoma. I mean, the name they're going to be out there, and
but I'm saying is like somebody to build that defense with Darius Leonard, you're not gonna find him right out the gate.
no.
In the
And the
first
thing is,
round,
they had him. And here's the thing: they had him. It's just now he's here, and I love it. I
it's
love it.
listen, I personally don't like when people praise somebody just because of the team looking good on paper. That's ridiculous. And that's what I feel like a lot of these dudes do.
And here's the thing I don't want people to understand. I'm not saying that Darius Leonard's a bad football player. No,
Oh,
that's a great football player. That's a
I would love
great
that.
pick. That's
I
a
would love that.
great player that Chris Ballard chose. Jonathan Taylor, great player that he drafted.
Ryan Kelly.
What I'm trying to say is maybe we should pump the brakes a little bit of him being the best general manager in the NFL when,
Listen, listen,
he's only made the playoffs once in the last 3 years. That's all I'm saying.
I get it. I get it. He drafted probably 4 of the best players in their position. Well, 3. 3 of the best players in their position. Quentin Nelson, Darius Leonard, Jonathan Taylor. Ryan Kelly, if he stays healthy, could be one of the top.
He could be up there. He could, yeah. Oh yeah, no. He's up there for sure. Healthy or not, he's still up there.
But those three players, Quentin Nelson, Darius Leonard, Jonathan Taylor, I think has kept his job. That's what I believe. I feel like those 3 players, because Jonathan Taylor is a stud. He's a running back. He's gonna be the guy. You clearly know that offense runs when he goes. Quentin Nelson is the reason why he gets so many open holes. That is one hell of a guard. That dude is the O-line. Let's just be real. If he gets hurt, like he did this year, that's your ass. It's very simple. If he gets hurt like he did this year, that's your ass. I don't know how more I can say.
Yeah, there is no other way to say it than exactly that.
And then Darius Leonard is literally one of, if not the best linebackers, middle linebackers in the entire damn league. Like, the dude's vision and playing ability is incredible. He leads that entire defense. That's what a middle linebacker does. He leads the entire defense. They put a captain on him after rookie year. They knew he had something.
Here's the thing about it. We've played the Indianapolis Colts now 3 times. 3 times since Darius Leonard has been on the team. And each time, Darius Leonard has intercepted Derek Carr. And, me and my brother, we watch the games all the time. And he's like, what the fuck is he doing? And I'm like,
you just can't beat that.
I'm like,
the man could guard tight ends. The man could just straight up just play the field.
My thing is this. My brother looks at me. He goes, why aren't you pissed? I'm like, this is Darius Leonard, dude. He does this to everybody.
It's that simple. It's like, dude, he literally picked off Drew Brees. Like, I'm like, dude, I can't even get mad at him. Like, it's freaking Darius Leonard. Like, I don't care. Like, that's Darius Leonard.
It's not like we're getting picked off by nobody. It's like, dude, it's Darius Leonard. That's like, dude, really? Really?
The man's been in a Pro Bowl every year that he's been.
That's like now, if you get picked off by Aaron Curry, okay, you could be a little upset. Darius Leonard, hey man,
just take it. Just be like, he just got it. I don't know what the hell to tell you. he just has it.
Man, shit. Fuck. We move on. We move on.
Screw it.
No, there's nothing you can do. There's absolutely nothing you can do at this point. But I will say this to the Colts. I think they still have hope. I think they do need to stop the run because I think now with all the free agency that did happen, they need to find a run stuffer. They need to find another corner now because of the whole Rocky Sin trade, and it's really going to come down to what's left in the second. And if there's a corner out there that's probably has a high draft grade or, is probably higher in their boards, I think they're going to go corner in the second round. So we'll see.
And they also need another freaking receiver. Am I the only one that thinks that? Like,
no, you're absolutely right. I mean, Michael Pittman, he's
can do
good,
it all, but he's not a 1.
But he's the only thing.
He's good, but he's not a 1.
Like, he can't be your only receiver. Like Zach Pascal, T.Y. Hilton, these guys are they're not it anymore. They're not it.
Which I think T.Y. Hilton is. T.Y. Hilton's over the moon. Like, you gotta just. I get it. He was just so great, but you screwed it up.
And that's okay.
I personally listen. I'm not a big fan of Brandon Cooks, but if I was the Colts, I would have probably went and try to sign him before he re-signed with the Texans, because at least you would have had something.
At least you would have known what you would have been able to do.
Or you go and try to get Julio Jones to reunite with Matt Ryan. Who the frick knows?
Yeah.
Let them have one last hoorah. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, they need to figure it out. I'm not saying that the Colts season is going to be up in smoke should players get hurt anything like that. But put it this way. I'm not saying that I don't have any hope for the Colts. It's just it's going to be very hard to convince a lot of us to think that the Colts are going to be contending for the AFC South this year. Put it
The
that way.
Colts will be second in the AFC South. Now, I don't know if they're
By
making the
default.
playoffs, but they're going to be second.
By
That's all.
default,
By default. That's
because
yeah,
they're
pretty much.
as unsure as we are about the Colts, we definitely know that the Texans and Jaguars are not going to be doing anything crazy like that, unless like they missed their flight or something. I don't know, some stuff like that. But anyway, all right, Brandon. I know you've been waiting for this moment for a minute, so here we go. Remember, we talked about the Colts, but the Saints actually own the pick. So Brandon, you had 2 days to manifest, to marinate, to think what you think your New Orleans Saints are going to do with their first round selection. So, Brandon, here comes Roger Goodell. He's got the card in his hand. What name is that gentleman going to read in Vegas?
All right. So for the 16th pick in the 2000 and, for the 16th pick in the 2022 draft, the New Orleans Saints will select Chris Olivier, receiver, Ohio State University.
Bam. I like
it.
I like it.
It's listen, we need a number two. Good God, do we need a number two? I love Traquan. No, I don't. I don't really like Traquan Smith that much. I don't really like Traquan Smith at all, to be honest with you. As a player, he's a great blocker. He sucks at being a receiver. He's like Taysom Hill. Like the position that he's actually supposed to be, he's terrible at it. But everything else, he's great. Like everything else, he's great. But the position that's on his depth chart is terrible. So listen, we need clearly receiver depth. We got some, but we need receiver depth, and we need somebody we could trust if Michael Thomas gets hurt again. And like I just said, with like Derek Stingley and Patrick Peterson, where does Chris Olivier play? Ohio State. Where did Michael Thomas come from? Ohio State. They have a connection. I'm assuming he probably mentored him. I'm assuming. I don't know, but I'm assuming. And if you bring him in,
it's a pretty safe bet.
It's a pretty damn safe bet. I'm assuming. So it's just like if he comes to New Orleans, he's there. We get extra receiver help, extra receiver depth, and we have now a number two, maybe number one. Because let's be real, we don't freaking know what Michael Thomas is going to be like this season. He might be like, yeah, I love being here, but trade me. We don't freaking know. So that's the thing. I think we need to go get a number two that we believe can be a one day, and let's just get Chris Olivier because he's there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it makes total sense. It makes total sense, and I like it. I like it. I mean, now what you have here for the Saints is you have Jameis Winston with another weapon. Is the line going to be able to hold up? I'm surprised you didn't go tackle here because
they got two
I
picks.
thought the loss of Terran Armstead, I honestly thought you were going to go tackle here.
They got two picks. I went with the. Okay. I went with what I've already seen. I've seen us have a terrible receiver core last year. I literally seen us have a terrible receiver core last year. We had no weapons. We need a weapon. Go get the damn receiver from Ohio State.
Okay. I like it. I like it. All right. So here we go then. So with my selection, you're going to get a kick out of this then. You're going to get a kick out of this. So with the 16th pick in the NFL draft, the New Orleans Saints select. And remember, you're a Saints fan, so you know what's coming. You know what's coming as a Saints fan.
Okay.
Because you said this before, but it always worked out in your favor. I just want to see the reaction now, so that way you better hear this name now because this is the name that's going to get called on April 28th. So you might as well just get
Oh,
prepared for the name now. Here we go.
okay.
Devontae Wyatt, defensive tackle out of Georgia. That's right, man. That's right. You're getting a big nasty at pick number 16. You're getting a big nasty. Listen, I love Cameron Jordan. I love Marcus Davenport. I love Demario Davis. But you need some muscle in that defensive tackle room, man. You need some muscle up there. You need a guy that's going to just be the man the second he walks in there. Like, I'm the man. There's no, maybe I can't be good as Michael Thomas, or, eh, maybe I'll just be comfortable as a number 2 for right now. No. You got to get yourself a man that knows I'm already the best thing in here and I'm going to make this defense better if it's physically possible. Because your defense was amazing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and listen, Devontae Wyatt, listen, that Georgia defensive line was all amazing. They all deserve props for every single thing that they did. And Devontae Wyatt is no stranger to the game of football. With 6'3", 350 pounds behind him. I mean, listen, this was his first year as a full starter. But listen to this. Listen to this. His freshman year, 2018, 19 tackles, 2 sacks. Okay. Sophomore year, 30 tackles, 1 sack, 1 fumble recovery. Okay. 2020, 25 tackles. Nothing impressive. All right. He was just, all around. Now, this year, his first time as a full year starter, 39 tackles, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. What can I say? The man just knows how to be around the ball whenever he gets a chance to take a snap. And you know what? He's got excellent numbers to prove it too. At 6'3", 315 pounds, with a 40-yard dash of 4.7, vertical jump of 29, and a broad jump of 11 inches and a foot. I'm telling you this right now. You put Devontae Wyatt on there, that is not a defensive line I would love to see. I'm going to pass.
Well,
I'm
if
going to
that's
go
the,
with
well,
Devontae Wyatt
if that's the
because
case,
I
you're gonna see him
think
because
he,
we play you guys this season.
and I hope by then he still has not figured it out. I hope we play you guys early to where he's still learning and shit. But no, he's a smart kid. He's going to figure it out quick. That dude is a very, very smart kid. And I think you got to, and I think this is more of a Dennis Allen pick more than anything. I think this is a Dennis Allen type of player, because remember, in Dennis Allen defense, he has certain molds for certain positions. And I think this is the certain mold that Dennis Allen loves at a defensive tackle spot. You can even go back to our time when he was with the Raiders. He had 6'3" defensive linemen like a Richard Seymour, a Tommy Kelly. They were a little bit bigger, but they still got to him. They still got to the running back and they still got to the quarterback. I think this is a Dennis Allen defensive tackle type of player.
I mean, listen,
So,
Wyatt
I
is a
mean,
beast.
I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with that. So we'll see. I mean, I'm sure you'll be happy with either or at this point.
I was just about to say that. Like we need all. it's crazy because you said he's a defensive tackle.
And
We need a D tackle and we need a rusher. We need an edge rusher too. We need because Cam is getting up there in age, and we don't know how long he's gonna be continuously doing what he's doing. And he didn't get started till maybe week 6, week 7.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, we need a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at D tackle we kind of gave Shy Tuttle an extension, which was a pretty good thing. We still got David Alua there, so we got something. But Marcus Davenport does have to. I don't know, man. It's I got to figure out the next.
I mean, are they going to be impactful?
Yeah, like this pick for me though was kind of obvious.
It's going to be one of those things where I think.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's one of those things where I think the Saints can go anywhere at this point. So we'll see. We'll see. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it. You let us know in the comments, who would you rather have, Devontae Wyatt or Chris Olave? Defensive tackle, wide receiver. What's the bigger need for the Saints? That's going to do it today. Tomorrow, we're going to go to a team that actually has hope. All right. We're going to talk about the Los Angeles Chargers.
He has a future at
And
quarterback. Who knew?
how they're
Maybe that
I
coach.
didn't ruin it. All right. I didn't play. I didn't ruin it. All right. I'm not the one that was playing out on the field. I was just there, being a fan and just watching it from the stands and everything. I didn't ruin nothing. All right. I didn't do nothing. But another
You
team,
wish.
like the Colts that I'm good. I don't want to put those
You
pads on anymore. I'm okay. I'm done with that. I'm done with that life. I'm good. I love what I'm doing now. I'm okay. But I think the Chargers, they're another team that you kind of have high hopes for. And it seems like it never works. It never works again.
I'm starting to
Could
realize.
it be again coaching?
Listen, I'm starting to put this into a perspective where the rest of these teams are either really on the cusp of maybe being something, or they're just really not there at all. Like this particular set of draft picks are like they just need something, and you just like, what is it though? like they got everything except this one thing, and we just trying to like find it. I don't know.
We're trying to figure it out too. Like I'm trying to figure it out. I'm looking at the Chargers. And I'm like, what else do you want?
I don't know what they need.
Like what else do you want? Like beyond, like what else do you want?
I don't know what they need.
I don't know either. And I think that's why I'm having such a hard time on who to give them, because it's like, what do you want? What do you want? Like, what do the Chargers need? And I think it's going to be very interesting to see how we think the Chargers. Because remember, the Chargers are not off. They're just a game. They're just one game off. And I think if the Chargers can really put it together this offseason, which so far they've shown that they have, I'm gonna put it to you like this: Kansas City still the champs of the AFC West. But the Chargers, they're doing their thing. They're doing their thing. I get it. It's a lot of risky signings and it's a lot of risky trades. But when you're a team like this and you need a chance, you're gonna have to take those chances sometimes.
I'd rather take the Chargers than Kansas City right now. I'd rather take the Chargers than Kansas City.
But that's going to be tomorrow. So as always, everybody that joined in Instagram Live, thank you. Sorry about the terrible connection today on our Wi-Fi here on YouTube Live. I do not know what happened. Just a lot of crazy stuff, I guess. I guess they know it's a Friday too, so I don't know. Maybe they didn't get the memo that we're back. But either way, we should be good for tomorrow. Until then, thank you for everybody else that's going to watch this episode later. Until then, see you guys later. Peace.
Peace.